Okay, let's do this. Can't believe it's 55 degrees and sunny. So I'm just gonna preempt this whole thing with some sunglasses. So I'm still making my way through this whole thing. There's I don't want to compare myself to other people because I fucking hate that. And yeah, I know that a lot of people compare themselves to me, and I'm still shocked when anybody says it to me because I'm not doing, I'm not doing great. I'm just doing. I think that I am at a place where I can handle things still, and there is a little bit of a comfort zone in that. And the biggest problem that I have with that comfort zone is that it's going to stagnate me. I want to belong to one community. That's it. Now I'm kind of split between two. I have about 10 communities that I basically hop around in, and most of them are related to the original community that split. And I'm posting community areas on Discord. Even within that, it's still kind of broken. It's not we're not pulling together. And for some reason, like, I was thinking, like, if we were our own individual states, like the United States, you know, basically governed by we govern ourselves. You know, there's a reason why the United States has a federal government. So, I mean, maybe that's what the main community thought they were, is the federal government. Well, the problem is that they I use my Discord for my emotes, but I don't use Nitro, so I don't get to use my emotes. So other people can use my emotes, and I use my Discord so that I can stream live and have a reactive PNG. That's the only reason I use my Discord. I don't post in it anymore. Like I said, I haven't posted. Maybe I should post in it, but I haven't posted in my Discord since right before I made affiliate. Here on YouTube news, I have been hopping back and forth between 79 and 80 subscribers so much that I can't even like figure it out anymore. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. And I know nobody's really freaking watching the video up to this point anyway, so it doesn't matter what I say. I mean, I granted this is difficult to hear, and not because of what I'm saying. It's difficult to hear because of my freaking lack of muffler, and I am sorry about that. I can't even stress that enough. But you know, it's kind of funny because I think I'm louder in my on my streams because of this. And I should be loud here. I shouldn't be like, soft spoken at all. I mean, I know that I get upset and I rant and I do all those other things. But the truth of the matter is that I should be loud here and I should be soft spoken in my live streams, because I'm not competing with a muffler, or I should say I'm not competing with a lack of muffler. And if you didn't watch that video when I had the muffler taken off, basically I can't afford it. It's another thing on my list of things to buy that I can't freaking afford. And I blew a hole in the exhaust pipe right before the muffler. And the pipe itself is hanging down with the muffler kind of jiggling free. To my guy, which I found out that I no longer have a guy. The guy sold the business, so somebody Nope, they didn't do that. What they did was they took the muffler off instead. So I have to get a muffler. I have to get a muffler by November. When my inspection sticker expires. Actually, December technically. And if we're still in, I don't think we're in COVID rules anymore. But I would have 3 months, so I could probably wait till my birthday. But that's if I push my fucking luck. I don't know if I should push my luck. Interim. So I technically have till the end of November to get inspected. So I have to come up with $350 to get the muffler replaced, and yeah, that is where I'm at. So it's going to be like $1,600 for a new computer, $350 for a new muffler. It's $180 for my phone, for a year plan. And let's see, what other things can we just throw on top of this? Oh, and I wanted to buy a new stove. So, well, not a new stove, but a used stove. And that's going to be $200. So that's another $200. So I need to come up with all this extra money. And I need to come up with it all like now. Way too much money from people, and I am literally paying interest on money that I borrowed from the bank. That's just basically killing me. If you really want to know, that is the reason why I quit smoking. Because I am paying actually more. I'm still paying more than the cost of my cigarettes. Even though cigarettes are so goddamn expensive now, and they probably have gone up even more since I quit, because I haven't smoked for over a year. But I am probably, but I quit because of that. It's not like I thought, oh, I'm going to have all this extra money. It's like, oh, I'm going to basically be able to pay the interest so I can pay down those loans. And I am just barely paying down the loans. Yeah, any money that I borrow literally just gets sucked into that hole of like freaking abandoned wasteland of paying down my loans, and it's like I don't even feel like I even scratched the surface. I am paying less in interest now because of the paying off my my debts. But it's still a lot. It's still more more than what I was spending on cigarettes. And just the interest. The interest is more than what I was spending on cigarettes. And I was actually hoping that I could, you know, dig a little bit deeper into these loans, so that instead of having, like, you know, all this you know, I'd have more money to basically pay. Yeah, it really does boil down to like something like that. The more I pay into the loans, the more I pay them off, you know, the less interest I pay, obviously. And the less interest I pay means the more money I'll have to pay off more, you know, and I can cycle it down faster. But it looks like I'm not going to be able to do that, and I'm just basically going to, you know, struggle, you know, all the way through. And struggle I will. That's where I'm at. But yeah, I mean, since I was talking about that, let's switch back to what I was talking about with this crazy, like, hopping back and forth between 79 and 80 subscribers. And the reason I'm not kind of upset by it, it actually originally was making me upset, was I kept having this promotional thing going on in my, you know, because I'm running a Forever stream, and the mousepad stream, you know, keeps getting these promotional things, and it's like every time I go to 80, I get the promotional, so I, you know, get rid of that promotional, and as soon as I get rid of it, I drop back down. I drop back down, and to the 79, and I'm just like, why is this like happening? And I'm like, oh, it's a bot that's giving me the 80. So it's not. I've really haven't been fluctuating. I've just been stuck at 79. Been at 79 for a very long time. Almost 2 months. But it has fluctuated. You know, I've gone up to 81, and I have gone all the way back down to 79 again, and it just keeps hovering around there. So, I mean, everybody here, you know, this is still my main. This hasn't changed. I'm not changing my, you know, what my thing is. I expect Twitch to basically screw me over. I do not expect good things from them, and, you know, I'm going to always keep YouTube as my main. As low as the subscribers are, it still would be my main. The core subscribers on YouTube are, you know, my best followers. You guys everything. So, and I don't mean to shit on anything. I know that everybody's freaking doing their best and everything like that, but I don't respect corporations like most people do. How's that? I definitely don't think that they have my best interest in mind, because they don't. The good thing about them is I know that they have their own self-interest in mind, and that is fine. I can use that. I know what to expect from them. Yeah, I don't want them in charge of any policies, but they are, and I don't want them to dictate how I should be living my life, but they are. And when those two things are happening, I get very, very upset with them. You don't know what my situation is. You don't know what I'm going through. People who don't know freaking are trying to, it's blind leading freaking, the angry and the frustrated. Why? So they feel like they have power and control. But yeah, I don't expect Twitch to. I definitely don't expect this to be a long-lasting thing. Especially because I was going through my follow list, and I have a huge follow list on Twitch. And I was going through the follow list, and here I am, a person who is proven to be, a sexual harasser, still has their account, still going on, still going strong. I'm freaking reported, and they act like the freaking, sun, the moon, the skies are freaking falling down, and they do it without they do completely baseless freaking attack against me. And here's a person who, with direct evidence, even on their freaking site, direct evidence of sexual harassment, far beyond what I did, and they still have their account. I don't know if they went through a suspension or what, but I was still following them, so that means that probably not is the simple answer. But then again, I came back from my suspension with everybody still following me, so do any, and you can't do anything about it. You can't say, "Oh, I'm innocent. Oh, I've never done that. Oh, look at the evidence." There have been people that I had contact with, that I had a great rapport with, that were mutuals with me, and because of what happened to me, they unfollowed me, muted me, and still have nothing to do with me. I mean, there's an entire aspect of my streaming that I have no connection to whatsoever, because most of the people have blocked me. And they blocked me because I was suspended. Some blocked me because of the way I handled my suspension and the fact that I was basically ranting, a raving lunatic, and very upset and very angry, and they could not handle that. It's why I put it all. It's all in the Discord. It's why I have not. I was actually tempted to delete all the messages in my Discord, so that because there's not a lot of activity, so it's not like you have to scroll forever to go back and find it. And I was actually thinking about archiving it in case my Discord actually did get busy, but there's so much going on at the time, and you can actually see the confusion, the frustration, the anger that I had. And I said it before and I'll say it again. I did not handle it. I did not handle it well. I did not handle it with grace. I did not handle it with charm. I did not handle it. I went down, kicking and screaming. All this stuff was happening. I had no idea what was even going on with the freaking lawyers that I was paying for, even though that got paid for by Twitch. But the lawyer that I was paying for, with money I didn't have, just a whole sheer anger that I had going on. I didn't do anything that my lawyers didn't advise me not to do. I didn't do that. I didn't go against anything that they said. I kept my discretion, still have my discretion because of it. I don't need to have it anymore, but I kept my discretion. I kept my my nose clean. I don't do things like I did before. I don't do those things. Kind of like, and there's a part of me that feels like I'm not myself. I'm not being authentic. And that's real, just so you know. That's really happening. That's not some made up thing that I came up with. That's I was building something. I thought I was building my own community that was separate from the community that I had when I was with my uni. It included them, but it was separate. I was going to build pretty much an elite group um, of people who were dreamers like me. That's what I wanted. And as time went on, certain people who I thought were dreamers were not. And only a handful of people that I started out with um, really are part of that. And I've been finding more people, but it's I I'm very cautious. I don't like doing it. I mean, it was like when we did, had the 390 people, and I was just so overwhelmed. I mean, it really did overwhelm me. I was like, I was almost paralyzed. And I fought tooth and nail to not be it. I tried to stay charming. I tried to stay, gracious. And I tried to just try to enjoy the moment. But I was absolutely terrified of so many people. It's really weird because um, I'm not shy. I'm not. I don't get nervous, public speaking or anything like that. But I can get overwhelmed, and it it is definitely something that has happened with my acting, and especially on stage. And I don't I like it was only 300. There was only 390 people, and I was isolated with 50, and the 390 people. Uh, I'm just like, there are people who have streams that they run with thousands of people at a time, thousands of people, and I'm like trying to think of like, what would I do with 100 people freaking watching me at one time? How would I handle that? I don't know if I could. I don't know. It really. I don't know if I would just close myself off to it all. I don't know. I'll find out. If we get to that point, you tell me. You tell me how I'm doing. All right, let's get to work. I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you're having a wonderful time doing it. And, um, it would mean a lot. It would mean the world. You have no idea how amazing it would be if you did a comment. Um, you're not, you don't have to, but I'm just saying what it would mean to me. And um, it it's an amazing thing. Um, but yeah, and if you don't know what to say, like I said, all you have to do is write cool beans, and I'll know exactly what it means. It just means that you care a bit, and you watch the video to this point. And like as always, cool beans. All right, take care.